It's an interesting feeling, right? And to me, I take it as an incredible opportunity to be a part of the Spurs family, to learn and see why this franchise has been so incredibly good and consistent throughout so many years, and add to it and try to contribute with my talents to this incredible team already, and see how far we can go. I mean, that's kind of the plan.
From the outside looking in, what have you seen from the Spurs as far as culture and all those things we're talking about?
I think this franchise is very unique, and from what I know, like all the other, or a lot of the other franchises tries to kind of replicate what they're done and create here, and they hire so many people from their staff to whether they're assistant coaches, whether it's management, executives. I mean, you name it, they want them to kind of bring that knowledge to their franchises and teams. So you can tell that it's a different environment. Pop sets its own. I mean, he's the guy that makes this whole puzzle pretty special, and everyone buys in. Everyone follows the path. There's a lot of experience here, a lot of championship experience as well, and that also makes it very unique. So I don't know. I'm just excited to learn more, to give everything that I got, to bring my talent and my excitement to this team, and contribute as much as they need me to contribute.
Tony says he's known you since he was 14 or 15
Yeah,
years
a
old.
long time. Probably 15, yeah. And our first championship, I think, was in Bulgaria. When I turned 18 during that championship, and I think Tony was 15. So it's been a long time since we've had a lot of battles, a lot of games that we faced each other in the NBA and internationally. And no, it's been fun to me. Internationally, we won many of them, most of them. Here, the Spurs have been so good for so long that only on our championship runs in LA we were able to beat them. But here we are together now, and we got to focus on the present, look forward, and do whatever you can to make the best out of it, and that's what we're going to try to do.
How during his exit interviews, your brother said that he could see you coming here. Was that something that had been percolating in your mind for a while now?
I mean, it was percolating in my mind for the last couple of years, when I also had a chance 2 years ago to come here, and San Antonio was one of the teams that was interested in me to sign not this free agency, but the one before. I think both Mark and I think if you're a basketball fan, you admire what the Spurs have been able to do, the way they played. I mean, they've been an example for all the teams in the league. So I love the game. I love to play the right way. I love the team concept of the game, and that's what San Antonio has been all about. It's been team first, players, individuals second, and that's what I also believe in. And so Mark knows that. I know that. He knew and knows that it was going to be a great fit for me here, and I have the same feeling. And finally, the timing was great for it to happen, and that's why I decided to come. And I think it's an incredible situation, and I'm just excited to enjoy it and give the best to it.
Was it different this time? Because you said you were close to coming here before.
Right.
What made this time different?
You know what? When you have so many choices and so many great choices, like I've had in the last two free agencies, and you have so many teams interested in you and so excited, and players reaching out, coaches reaching out, management reaching out, owners even reaching out to you, it's overwhelming, to be honest. But then you also have to understand that there's not really a bad choice, because you have all great choices. So it came down more to a gut feeling. So before, I thought Chicago was going to be a great fit for me, and he was in so many ways. We just didn't fulfill our team expectations because of the talent that we've had. But a lot of things played also a role into that. Now I felt like it was a perfect time to come here and be a part of this team of the Spurs, and that I was going to be, and I can be a great fit to the team and great attributes. So I'm willing to put and do whatever it takes to help the team accomplish its goals, and that's what I'm here for.
How does it feel to be him to stay? Like, yo, man, I'm coming. Can you stay now?
Well, that's a very personal decision. I don't know if I would have ever felt comfortable asking him that, but I did talk to him before he announced his retirement. I didn't know what he was going to do. Again, I felt I have great respect for Tim, so I have a great respect for the decision that he had to make. But I didn't know before I made my decision. I didn't know if he was going to retire or not. It would have been great to play with him. But things happen for a reason, and I hope that he's around so I can talk to him, learn from him, because he's a guy that has inspired me throughout my career.
How does it feel to be the guy? But not that you can be him as a player, but what kind of responsibility is it to step into his spot in the lineup?
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to put it, right? Team has been so exceptional and unique. I think it's considered by most of us the best power forward has ever played the game, and so I'm not coming here to fill up or filling into his shoes and the spot that he left, but I'm here to make the best that I can to fit in as best as I can and to work with the guys that are here to win a title, basically, right? And work as hard as I can to do that. It's a challenge. It's an opportunity. It's a privilege, but it's at the same time it's a huge challenge. I'm a very ambitious guy. I look for challenges like this, and this is why I'm so thrilled about the opportunity. But I'm just gonna just focus on working and how analyzing also and seeing, getting a feel of what is the best way for me to help this team be better.
One of the things that Tim did on the court last year at the end of his career, he wasn't playing as much as this, but he was still doing things on the court.
Right.
What are those things that he did that you could replace?
Well, it's very hard to replace the things that Tim did on the floor, especially because of his presence, the leadership, the weight that he had in the locker room. You can't substitute that, I think, right? So all the other guys in the team are going to have to step up and pick up from the leadership standpoint, from the presence standpoint, but at the same time we have to have our own identity and do what we can from our position. Defensively, I think he was a guy that he was always in the right spot at the right time. He might have not been as athletic as he used to be, but he was always altering shots, communicating, being a presence of comfort and confidence to his teammates. That's kind of what I'm going to also try to do, and what I've been able to do during most of the time of my career. And as I learned that's an important thing, be an anchor defensively for your team, be a facilitator. We have a lot of talent offensively, so we're just going to have to, I think moving the ball and playing the game the right way and being unselfish, finding the open guy, which are concepts that are sometimes overlooked, but are, I think, the concepts that have also defined the Spurs for many years. So that's the way I also look at the game. And so play together, but understanding that defensively is what really makes a difference in the game.
Wow, it's such a small ball league now.
Yeah.
Considering when you first
Correct.
came in.
Yeah. No question.
That pros and cons for you and LaMarcus, being like Twin Towers, basically. What are the pros and cons for that? And how do y'all maneuver through that?
Right. Yeah, I always believed in an inside-out game and how an interior presence makes a big difference in a game. The game has changed, as you mentioned. There's no question about it. And now the teams that have won championships lately, they have won them pretty much going small and playing a faster pace. So you have to definitely be aware of it, adjust to it, but you don't get away from your strengths. I'm a big believer on playing to your strengths and to the strengths of your weapons, and you have to utilize them. Some teams are going to have certain advantages. We have our advantages, and it's up to the coach. Obviously, we have the best out there to manage that and recognize when it's time to go one way or when to utilize certain lineup. And we're all here to win. I think that's the main thing. And the team is always going to be first, and it's all going to be about winning. So whatever it takes.
You got Tim, Kobe, KG. That's
I know.
your era. What's that going to be like this year with all three of those guys?
I mean, it's kind of part of a process of life. Things evolve, and that's why you gotta, take advantage of opportunities, take advantage of the moment, knowing that some, in this case, players retire, and all those three guys have played very, very long careers and had a tremendous impact in the game, and they will be missed in so many ways. But hopefully they did set an example for a lot of young players to follow that path, to approach the game the right way, to play the game the right way, to bring that competitive edge and a winning mindset on the basketball floor. And I think that's their biggest legacy.
As a newcomer to this team, is it fair to say, can you be a leader because you're so new here? Or you've been a vet, so
right. Well, what I do is I always try to really analyze and be aware of what's going on, right? Where are the strengths of my team? Where are different personalities within the team, and what voids need to be filled. And so sometimes you just got to have a good analyzing ability to be able to recognize, okay, this locker room maybe needs a little bit more of a voice, or not so much of it. So to me, it's just constant thinking and awareness of what's going on, what's needed. And I think from the coaching staff, we have such a great coaching staff that they will be able to also share with the veteran players that have more experience, have more respect out of the young players, to say, hey, we're going to need you to do maybe a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. And since I'm pretty cerebral, I'll be on top of what's needed.
How long does that take to analyze?
I mean, it's tough. You got to go through stuff, and mainly you know more when there's adversity, and that's when you see what's really, because when everything kind of goes well and you win and everything's just flowing, you don't need to touch anything. You don't need to do anything. You just need to continue to do what you're doing. But usually, you find out more information as you go along, as you go through different experiences.
With a lot of new players, is patience going to be pretty important, especially early on?
I think patience, but at the same time, consistency and work and repetition. But again, we trust that the players, the spirit of this team, the coaching staff will do what we need to do in order for that process to be as quick as possible.